team, my name is Karina. I will be sharing some ordering tools with you, starting with Holes in Ones. Holes in Ones is a support task for auto order. It helps ensure all items are being ordered and are available for sale. You have been chosen by your management team to be responsible for ensuring proper ordering and stock levels of a designated area. Prior to getting started with Holes in Ones, thoroughly walk the back room to get an idea of backstock or any orders that have been received but not committed. Consistently working on Holes in Ones will help ensure proper ordering. To run a Holes in Ones audit, you are to approach areas of your section which are empty or have one item above on the shelf. Use your handheld to check the quantity on hand given. Our main concern is to ensure that the product is on the shelf, not that the quantity on hand is 100% accurate. When quantity on hand is correct. When you scan a hole and the handheld reads 0 quantity on hand, then make sure the item is on your next auto order. If it is not, please manually add it to the next order. In addition, please communicate with your management team to have the appropriate personnel check the status in Catapult. It is possible that the item is not set up on auto order, or the item may have been out of stock for more than 60 days and is no longer being picked up. Our demand fill formula typically looks at the past 60 days of sales for the average daily movement. This can be fixed by the appropriate personnel when communicated to them. When quantity on hand is incorrect. When you scan a hole and Catapult says you have quantity on hand, there are a number of possible issues. Here are some questions you may ask yourself. Is this product cross-merchandised in another location? If so, please check it and balance the inventory. Is it possible that this is an item in the back room? If so, please work it onto the shelf. Is it possible that this item has been misstocked? If you are aware of similar items, you may want to check for this. For example, some supplements look the same but are different in size. This is a frequent occurrence, so you may want to check quantity on hand for the like items. It is possible that an invoice has not been committed. If this is the case and the product is still in transit or the back room, please do not adjust. This is the reason we encourage you to do Holes in Ones on Saturdays. The receiving coordinators are typically caught up and there is no Nature's Best loads being worked on or ordered. If the answer to all of these questions is no, then adjust the product to 0 using the Inventory Adjustment Reason Code. This is now L&D. One note, if you notice, you should be aware that you are consistently adjusting the same item. It may indicate another problem. Some possible problems include misshipped products, supplier ID issues, code problems, and theft. Please notify your management team. They will forward to the appropriate personnel. Also, before you do any large quantity adjustments, notify your management team to forward to the appropriate personnel. After auditing your section, please make sure the L&D worksheet is committed and an auto order is created. It should be a relatively accurate order after making the necessary manual edits. Your store manager has the responsibility of reviewing your worksheets and should be questioning you from time to time on your edits. Thank you. AO check. The auto order check is designed to help reduce the possibility of holes on your shelves. It is a list of items that have sold in the past week, but are now at 0 on hand in Catapult and are not set up to auto order. You have 2 options. Option 1, you request that the item be set up on auto order. Send the report back to appropriate personnel noting the items you would like to set up onto auto order. Option 2, remove the tag from the shelf and re-merchandise the area to cover the hole. Discontinued inventory. The weekly discontinued report is designed to show you the quantity on hand of the items discontinued by either our suppliers or the buyers in the past week. There are a number of uses for this report. If an item has been discontinued and it shows 0 on hand, make sure the tag is removed from the shelf and the section is remerchandised. If an item has been discontinued and the handheld is showing there is quantity on hand and physically you have quantity on hand, you have a couple of options. Option 1, you can mark DC on the tag, mark down the product, and keep the item merchandised in its section. If you choose to do this, please make sure the item does not get ordered. Option 2, you can remove the tag, mark down the product, and move it to the discount rack. Then remerchandise the section. If an item has been discontinued and it shows quantity on hand, but you do not actually have it, please remove the tag, L&D the product, and remerchandise the section. The monthly discontinued report is a summary of all discontinued product you show on hand in Catapult. If your weekly report is handled properly, this one can be easily managed.